It's April 1996. Manchester United are playing Southampton at the Dell. But something's off. United can't string a pass together. Players keep losing each other. At half-time, they're 3-0 down. And what happens next becomes Premier League legend. Sir Alex Ferguson orders the team to change their shirts. The grey kit, gone. They come out in a fully changed strip and win the half 1-0. He later said the players couldn't pick each other out. They were blending into the crowd. They said it was difficult to see their teammates at distance when they lifted their heads. United had actually failed to win any of their previous 5 games while wearing the grey kit. After that 3-1 defeat to Southampton, Sir Alex decided he'd had enough. He announced the grey kit was banned permanently. Umbro, the manufacturer, were forced to slash the price of the shirts, and United were even fined £10,000 by the FA for breaching kit protocol. Ferguson later called it the best 10 grand I ever spent. At the time, most people thought it was classic Ferguson, another piece of mind games to take the pressure off his players. But behind the scenes, there was a lot more to it than superstition. Because the truth is, there was real science behind the decision. Enter Professor Gail Stevenson, a vision scientist from the University of Liverpool. Months before the grey kit incident, Ferguson had actually brought Stevenson in to help his players improve their visual awareness, how they scanned the pitch, process movement, and make decisions in split seconds. Stevenson was the one who first raised the alarm about the grey shirts. She warned Ferguson that the colour could make it harder for players to pick each other out, especially against a grey overcast sky or with fans wearing similar tones in the stands. And that's exactly what happened.
She basically said there are colours that you can see quicker than others and stand out more than others. It's obvious. You know, the reason people wear bright yellow on a motorway when they're working on it so you can see them. Obviously,
not the grey Man United kit.
Yeah. No, people don't wear grey on the motorway. Do they? This was something that had been going on for months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He'd rejected this kit a couple of months before. He would not having it at all because the eye specialist and the vision specialist had said, look, the lads are not going to pick this up.
After that, Stevenson became a regular at Carrington. Twice a week she worked with players on a series of visual exercises designed to train how their eyes and brains work together. She was helping them see the game, literally, differently. It wasn't about having perfect eyesight. It was about improving how quickly your brain processed what your eyes see, and how that translates into decisions on the pitch. The grey kit may have been a disaster, but it opened football's eyes to something much bigger. Stevenson's work went beyond drills. She began consulting with kit manufacturers, including Nike, who took a real interest in her findings. When Nike designed Manchester United's 2004-2005 kit, they didn't just think about the fabric or fit, they thought about how the human brain perceives colour and contrast. The new red shirt with bold white trim wasn't just for looks. It was engineered to stand out more clearly in players' peripheral vision, allowing teammates to identify each other faster. The science suggested that high-contrast designs could actually improve reaction speed and passing accuracy. This was years before data analysis and neuroscience became standard in football. In a way, this was the birth of cognitive training in football. So, did all this visual training and colour science actually work? Well, kind of. The following season, United's new high-contrast kit didn't exactly deliver a title. They finished third in the Premier League, behind Chelsea and Arsenal. But during Gail Stevenson's time at the club, United were consistently one of the most successful teams in Europe, and her influence stretched far beyond the kit. Players became more aware of the importance of scanning, positioning, and visual communication, skills that later became fundamental in modern football. The truth is, Stevenson's work planted a seed. The idea that football isn't just physical or technical, it's neurological. What happens between your eyes and your brain might just be the most important part of all. Fast forward nearly 20 years and that same idea has evolved into an entire field of football science. Modern players like Trent Alexander-Arnold now train their brains the same way they train their bodies. Trent has spoken openly about working on his vision, learning to scan more, process faster, and make decisions instinctively. Viral clips of players accidentally passing to advertising boards or blending into the crowd perfectly show how tiny visual details can have huge consequences on the pitch. In football, the margins are razor thin, and sometimes one misplaced pass can decide the entire outcome of a match. But what Sir Alex and Stevenson started with colour and eye exercises, players can now train with tools such as virtual reality. And that's exactly what we do here at Be Your Best. We've created a VR platform designed to improve scanning, awareness and decision making using real match scenarios. Inside the headset, you're dropped into realistic game situations. You've got 360-degree vision, players moving around you, and only split seconds to decide what to do. You're literally training your football brain. Players like Martin Odegaard, Aurelien Tchouameni and Endrick are already using it, and it's backed by sports science, showing major improvements in scanning rate and forward passing. What started with a banned grey kit in 1996 has now become one of the most advanced areas of football performance. If you'd like to give Be Your Best a go for yourself, you just need a MetaQuest VR headset. Then go to beyourbest.com, where you can create an account, choose a subscription, and start your training right away. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.